guns in the community. Some of it was suicide. I remember someone coming in to talk to me because his high school daughter had taken a pistol out of his gun cabinet, walked in the backyard, shot herself in the head, and according to the family, they had no idea what was wrong. They never did find out. Probably somebody said something at school that day, and she had this impulsive action, which if the gun had not been there, she wouldn't have been dead. And we've had similar circumstances. We had a young man we had in the hospital. He wasn't a very nice young man, but he thought everything was fine, and he left the hospital, and he went to pick up his girlfriend. Her brother rather, had threatened him, so he was carrying a pistol, which he shouldn't have had because it was an illegal gun. And he was confronted by the girl's grandfather, and he panicked, and he shot the grandfather, and then he shot the grandmother. And then he kidnapped the girlfriend and took off for Kentucky, where he was easily apprehended after the women got away from him. But again, this was a murder that took place because a person who should not have had a gun had a gun, and it was in a circumstance which was not anticipated. It wasn't a planned murder, and many of them are not. Many of them, one of the largest circumstances associated with homicide is having an argument. Two people have an argument, and if they have a gun, one of them reaches for the gun, and we just had that in Indianapolis at a Denny's restaurant, where a fella got in an argument with a young man, and the young man came back to the store and taunted him through the window, and he went out to talk to the young man. The young man pulled a gun and shot him. And now is claiming, actually, he's claiming he had a right to do that because under the self-defense law in Indiana, he was afraid of this other fellow because the other fellow was bigger. I don't think that's going to hold up. I don't think our law goes quite that far, but we'll have to see how that comes out in the courts. I've also been working with Organizing for America, which is the residual campaign of the Obama for America last summer that helped get the president reelected, and now we're working nonpartisan way. That is, we'll work with candidates of any party to try to push some of the ideas that we were pushing last summer, and one of them, of course, is doing something about gun laws. And